longer-term inflation expectations well anchored.
We'll see.
Our success in delivering on these goals matters to all Americans. We at the Fed will continue to do our jobs with objectivity and stable prices. Decisions on a meeting-by-meeting basis. To conclude, the Fed has been assigned two goals for monetary policy: maximum employment
Failed. Maximum employment failed.
and stable prices.
Also failed. So what the fuck we talking about right now? Pick a struggle. Pick a struggle right now, bro, because you're failing at both, bro.
We remain committed to supporting maximum employment, bringing inflation sustainably to our 2% goal, and keeping longer-term inflation expectations well anchored. Our success in delivering on these goals matters to all Americans. We at the Fed will continue to do our jobs with objectivity, integrity, and a deep commitment to serve the American people. Thank you, and I look forward to your questions.
Thank you. Colby Smith of the New York Times. There's been some debate about whether the Fed should look through the inflation that will come from higher oil prices stemming from the Middle East conflict. Is that the right approach at this juncture? And to what extent does the fact that inflation has been above target for roughly 5 years now influence the committee's thinking around this?
So what your guidance is to have a 2%? Your inflation's been out of control for fucking 5 years. What's the fucking solution here, dog? Oh my God, bro.
Through the inflation that will come from higher oil prices stemming from the Middle East conflict. Is that the right approach at this juncture? And to what extent does the fact that inflation has been above target for roughly 5 years now influence the committee's thinking around this?
So, first, let me say we're well aware of the performance of inflation over the last few years.
Are you?
A series of shocks have interrupted progress that we've made over time, and that happened most recently with tariffs, and now there will be some effects on inflation coming forward. The thing that's really important that we see this year is progress on inflation through a reduction in goods inflation as the one-time effects on prices of tariffs go through the system, go through the economy. That's the main thing we're looking for going into this exercise. And we need to be seeing that to sort of understand that we actually are making progress, because on net, we didn't make progress. And if you look at total inflation, total core inflation.
Wait. Did he just say that?
That's the main thing we're looking for going into this exercise. And we need to be seeing that to sort of understand that we actually are making progress, because on net, we didn't make progress.
Dog. Bro, man, it's sort of like he's sort of like a crypto guy that's like, bro, like the bull market's here, dude, in the bear market, and he's like the bear, like, bro, you understand, like we're gonna turn bullish soon, bro. But yeah, we're in a bear market right now, but like we failed, but we didn't fail. Exactly. This is fucking bro. This is fucking bro. Fuck. Oh my God, dude.
And if you look at total core inflation, it's about 3%. And some big chunk of that, between 1/2 and 3/4, is actually tariffs. So we're looking for progress on that. The question of whether we look through the energy inflation doesn't really arise until we have kind of checked that box. It, of course, is kind of standard learning that you look through energy shocks, but that's always been dependent on inflation expectations remaining well anchored. And I think now it's also dependent on what you mentioned, which is that broader context of 5 years now of inflation above target. We have to keep all of those things in mind. And the question of looking through when it does arise will be one to approach not lightly, but in the context that you mentioned.
And